Hey guys, I'm just going to fly through Saturday morning's class with you. So our mobility work, okay, first thing is just a quad stretch, so fairly simple, and doing it whatever way you are able to at home, whether that is just on the floor, even just up against the wall, or if you have a bench or something and you want to do it that way, that is perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to show the half kneeling position. Okay, so it's coming down onto the ground. Okay, reaching behind, pulling that heel in towards your bum, keeping that front foot flat on the ground, heel comes right in, leaning slightly forward into it, tucking your pelvis under, squeezing your glutes, and then just driving those hips nice and forward. Keep your hips facing forward, keep your shoulders in line as well, so we don't want to be opening up this way, taking away from the stretch. We want to stay right into it. So same thing if we're standing up against the wall, doing it that way, or onto a bench, one hand will be on the bench while we are pulling heel in towards the bum on the other side. So doing that for about 45 seconds. Then we're going to go into an Indian sit. Okay, so just something a little bit different, just for a groin stretch. We can do these weighted as well, guys, just to increase the stretch a little bit. Okay, so it is just sitting down, bringing your 2 feet, soles of your feet together, pulling them right in as close to your bum, your heels as you can, getting into that position, then using those elbows to drive the knees away. Try and sit yourself up as much as you can. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, so we're not slouched down, we're up tall, and we're bringing those hips forward, pulling up onto that pelvic floor, okay, and feeling that stretch. If we have weights, okay, we can hold the weights in our hands and it'll just push them down, or we can use the weights resting on our knees as well. If you feel like you are doing them with the weights, you might just want to support your back against the wall, okay, to stop you kind of getting rounded, sitting up tall and being able to put the weights on your knees just to open up that little bit more. Is that okay? Try and hold that one for about a minute if we can, and then we're just going into dog up, dog down, alternating between the 2 positions. Okay, we're going to do 6 in each position, holding kind of each position for about 4 or 5 seconds. Okay, so starting off, head tucked in between our arms, driving those hips up into the air. Nice straight legs, pushing those heels down towards the floor, then coming down between our arms, head up, okay, driving our chest up, keeping those arms pushed into the floor, okay, the whole time, and directly below our shoulder. Is that okay? So, warm up the usual 3 rounds or so before we get into our Metcon. So Metcon today is every minute on the minute. Okay, we are going to work for 45 seconds, okay, of the minute. Then you'll have 15 seconds rest before we go into the second minute. Is that okay? So in minute 1, what you're going to do is as many rounds as possible. Okay, so it's as many rounds as possible of 2 burpees and 4 jumping lunges ideally. If you can't do jumping lunges, then you're just going to do normal bodyweight lunges. So you keep repeating that for as much as you can within the 45 seconds. So it's like mini AMRAPs, okay? So you're trying to do as many rounds of 2 burpees, 4 jumping lunges as you possibly can in 45 seconds. Okay, so basically it will be down, chest to floor, okay, up, chest to floor, up, and then you go straight into your jumping lunges. A jumping lunge is knee down to touch, switch, switch. Okay, and you get 4 of those done, then back to chest to floor or straight arm, whichever version it is you're normally doing. If you can't do the jumping lunges, keep your balance. We can go reverse lunge or forward lunge, whichever you want, and just do them stepping between. Is that okay? Then you will have 15 seconds rest. Then in minute 2, okay, again, same idea. It is 45 seconds, an AMRAP of 2 burpees and 8 mountain climbers this time. Okay, so you go down, you'll do your 2 burpees as always. Okay, then on your last burpee, when you hit that ground, okay, we'll just come up into that press up position, and we're going to go into mountain climbers, bringing knee into elbow, back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up, and then burpee. Okay, when you are finished the mountain climbers, just because you're in that position, and you can't just lie on the floor and count that as 1 burpee, you need to stand up, then go back down for your first burpee. Is that okay? So again, you will do as many rounds of that as you can in 45 seconds. Does that make sense? So it is 2 burpees, 4 lunges in minute 1. Then in the second minute, okay, or even minutes, okay, it is 2 burpees and 8 mountain climbers, and both of them are mini AMRAPs. Is that okay? So we'll be counting our rounds and our reps the whole way through that. Okay, then after that we'll take a couple of minutes rest. Okay, and we are going to do a little bit of a core metcon, okay, just something a little bit extra. So we are going to do 3 rounds, 3 movements, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So our first one is just going to be simple, straightforward sit-ups. So we can go with our knees bent, we can go with our legs flat, okay, whatever it is that you do, all the way up. When we're doing our sit-ups, try not when we get into this position where we just bang ourselves, collapse back down off the ground. So all the way sitting right up nice and tall, and then try and control ourselves down. So when I'm doing a sit-up, okay, when I go down, I will never really drop my shoulders and my head onto the ground. I will always keep here up, so I keep that nice tension in my core the whole time. As soon as I kind of go down here, it tends to relax for most of us. Okay, so sitting up tall, down and up. So my shoulders and my head will never actually touch off the floor when I'm doing my reps and my sit-ups. So alright, so that would be 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. Then in this second movement, okay, it's just bicycle crunches. Okay, so we're just going to come down onto the ground. We're going to start off, one leg is tucked in, one leg is extended out, in and out, nice and controlled. Okay, again, I will just slightly keep my shoulders and my head up off the ground. Lower back is nice and engaged, keeping that core tight. Okay, so if I do this, I relax. Okay, I'm just overly relaxed. It's a lot easier than sitting up into that kind of like semi-hollow hold position almost, in and out. Is that okay? So you do 30 seconds of those, and then the last one are just flutter kicks. Okay, so same position that you were doing your bicycle from. Okay, it's just legs extended, and it's a small little movement. Okay, so from one foot will be about 6 inches or so off the floor, and the other one will be up probably maybe about 2 foot or so off the floor, and alternating. Remember, the movement is coming from your hips. Okay, see so many people, okay, when we're doing these, and all of a sudden we start doing all this sort of thing. Okay, so remember, it is moving from your hips. So it is 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest for all 3 movements, and we will do that for 3 rounds. That's it, guys. That is Saturday morning. Hope to see a good few of you on Zoom tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Talk to you then.